today, please take your class to the gym now. You can find your spot and which route you should go to in the seating chart in your calendar.
have created a program that's going to immerse you in the vision of Dr. Martin Luther King. You're going to hear some things today about people's realities, and it might not be your reality, but it's our collective reality. All of the students that are here on the stage are you, and you are them. We'd love for you to engage in the show. If you feel like tapping your feet, clapping your hands, giving a word of encouragement, and encourage our performers today as we together continue this legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. Enjoy the program.
Do we really know Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? First time I heard about him was in elementary school, coloring his face with a brown crayon and reciting, "I have a dream." But is that all he is? A memory? A page in a book? Or can we still find answers for the struggles we face today in the words of Dr. King?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. This morning, I want you to think with me on the subject, rediscovering lost values. Rediscovering lost values. There's something wrong with our world, something fundamentally, something basically wrong. And I don't think you need to look too far to see that. We begin to wonder if it's due to the fact that we're not knowing. It's not. Because in terms of accumulated knowledge, we know more today than we've known in any other period of the human history. We have the facts at our disposal. We know more about mathematics, about science, about political science, about philosophy than in any other period of the world's history. It's clear we do not. It's clear that we know enough. And the trouble isn't so much that we don't know enough, but it's as if we aren't good enough. Y'all are hearing it, but you're not listening. It's as if we are not good enough. The trouble isn't so much that our scientific genius lags behind, but our moral genius lags behind. The great problem facing modern man is that the means from which we live have outdistanced the spiritual ends for which we live. So we find ourselves caught in a messed up world. The problem is with man himself and man's soul. We haven't learned how to be just and honest and kind and true and loving. And that is the basis of our problem. The real problem is that through our scientific genius, we've made of the world a neighborhood. But it's through the failures of our moral genius that we fail to make of it a brotherhood. The great danger facing us today is not so much the nuclear weapons that are created by physical scientists, but the great danger facing all of us today are the nuclear weapons that lie in each and every one of our hearts, capable of exploding into the most vile hatred, capable of exploding into the most vile and hateful self-righteousness. It's not enough to know the intricacies of zoology and biology. It's not, but it's important that we know the intricacies of law. It is not enough that we know that 2 and 2 makes 4, but it is important that we know that it is right to be honest and kind with one another. It is not enough to know all about scientific and technological advancements, but it's great to know the simple disciplines of being honest and kind with all of humanity. Humanity that's been taught out of you. I say to you this morning in conclusion that I'm not going to put my ultimate faith in things. I will not put my ultimate faith in the man-made, the tangibles. I can't. I'm a young man with a lot of life still left in me. So I'm going to devote that life to something eternal, to something absolute. Amen.
Many thought his actions were unwise and untimely. In the letter he wrote while imprisoned in Birmingham jail, he asserted, "In any non-violent campaign, there are 4 basic steps. Collection of the facts to determine whether injustices are alive, negotiation, self-purification, and direct action. We have gone through all these steps in Birmingham. There can be no gainsaying of the fact that racial injustice engulfs this community." We say freedom was fought for and won, but then why does the word freedom still feel so far away?
Freedom, a word that doesn't apply to me. Freedom, a word we built this country on. But where's mine? Where's my liberty? Where's my equal opportunity?
Being a mixed woman has made me feel that at times I'm not truly accepted as myself around black or white people because I can't fully relate to either side. Some people think that being mixed is easy, and sometimes that can be true. But most times, even one bit of difference is enough. That one drop of difference that sets us apart, it still gives us the unfortunate experiences that stop us from being free in society's eyes. Being an artist has shown me that there are some freedoms you just cannot have access to immediately. You You must build your way to them. And sometimes you have to be patient for what you want.
I don't feel free. Poverty isolates me and forces me into constant survival mode. I don't feel free. I have to hide my true emotions and feelings just to maintain peace between friends and family. I don't feel free. I'm a minor with very little agency. I don't feel free. The only person who can truly free me is myself, and though I work every day to get closer, I'm not there yet.
The land of the free, home of the brave, welcomes with open arms the little African boy onto his shores, boasting of the amenities. You couldn't help but feel there was a catch. A few minutes of lingering stares, haughty laughter was all it took to know that the land of the free, home of the brave, clearly wasn't built for me.
There is something in the soul that cries out for freedom. Am I the only one who doesn't feel free? Friends, please stand with me as you are able. Stand and remember that song which is the cry of our ancestors' song. Stand with me in reverence for the people who have gone before us as we sing Lift Every Voice.
When I'm told what I can and cannot say, do, or wear. When I'm told I'm doing too much. When I'm silenced.
I don't feel free. I feel restrained by my own paranoia, anxiety, and self-consciousness. I don't feel free. I feel like the world wants to see me, a trans person, fail and give up and lay down and die.
I want to be able to show my passion, to be able to do the things I love. But it doesn't feel like my generation has options. Like there's no real way to do the things we love and survive.
I don't feel free when hate speech is used so casually all around. The N-word is still everywhere. I hear it every day. And words have power that I don't think we're acknowledging. I do not feel free with Roe versus Wade being overturned and our abortion rights being taken away.
I do not feel free because there is nowhere I belong. Sure, I have my friends and teachers, but I don't have a bathroom that I feel comfortable in. I don't have a locker room I feel comfortable in. I don't have a sports team I feel comfortable in. I don't have a PE class I feel comfortable in. And I don't have a health class that I feel comfortable in.
I don't feel free with all the hate and discrimination against LGBTQIA+ people.
When I'm not taught my own history, when crucial lessons from the past, from Black history, are omitted or skipped over in the educational system, or outlawed in other parts of our country. When I'm dehumanized because of my weight, being compared to other people based on size or race.
Not being able to freely express my faith without being judged and told I'm being hurtful or forcing my beliefs.
A palette of cultures which are all blended together, a fusion of stories, yet unable to understand which one they fit into.
Not being able to have an opinion about certain topics without being criticized or having to act or dress a certain way to fit in without being judged.
I walk into this school feeling nothing but judgment from my peers, judgment in a place I'm meant to feel safe in.
The fear of being judged is real. We're told not to care what others think, but it's really not that easy. As human beings, of course, we want to feel accepted. We want to feel loved. We care what others think, and it's hard not to. And of course, we all adapt to social situations, and that's okay. It helps us relate to our peers. However, sometimes people are so overly judgmental that it leaves us with no room to be any form of our real selves. I want to be my real self, and I want that for others too.
There is something in the soul that cries out for freedom.
There's something in the soul that cries out for freedom.
Nihal Amani, age 33. I have to sleep every single night with the thought that I might wake up under rubble if I ever wake up. My mom has to sit my 11-year-old brother down and tell him how to deal with the situation if he finds himself under the rubble. I see the support and love of millions of people around the world. However, people are in positions of power and they are not doing anything to stop this. Everyone goes around and says, we condemn the things that are happening. We've already condemned enough. It's time to stop this. I've reached the point where I can't dream of anything but war and destruction. I've started hearing voices. I've started seeing things. It feels like we're just waiting for our turn. It seems like we are dead, but our death is pending. It's on pause until an airstrike comes and attacks us.
This is from Sophia, age 16. For our village in eastern Ukraine, the beginning was on February 17, 2022. I was having physics classes online when we first heard explosions 10 kilometers away. They then began to land on nearby streets. Our teacher instructed us to rush to the shelter, and when I got to the corridor, I heard a loud explosion. I only managed to sit next to the wall, close my ears, and open my mouth to avoid being shocked by the blast wave. We then dashed to the basement, closing the door only to have fragments fly across the basement, the roof, and the asphalt. I sobbed. It was a typical morning, and here we are.
This year, how many people were lost as their souls cried out for freedom? Can we hold their stories in our hearts as we move forward?
But when? When will change come? How will change come? I can't help but notice how focused individuals are on themselves. There's conflicts of war in countries abroad, droughts and disease that leave entire neighborhoods barren. But as soon as we scroll onto the next conversational piece, we revert back into our self-centered nature. I can't blame the individual. COVID has left a groggy effect on our human nature that we just can't shake off. But that's far off into the past now. It's not enough to suppress your emotions for the sake of others. It's not enough to hide your pain and struggle under a veil of agony. It's no longer enough to survive till the next day. Survival is no longer enough. Truly, it's never been. The only true way to make change is to embrace community. Inside, you, the individual, it's your duty to find your voice, to feel heard. You'll never feel satisfied until you feel heard. Community is nothing without unity. And true, lasting change won't occur unless we act together.
Dr. King said, it really boils down to this, that all life is interrelated. We are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied into a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one destiny affects all indirectly. My soul cries out for freedom, but my freedom is tied to yours. Your struggle for freedom affects mine. Whether it's political or if it's personal, in world conflict or in our schools, we are all connected in our cry for freedom. And I don't think real change will happen until we realize this.
I hear the cry for change and freedom every day. On the news, in the halls, on social media. I know we're tired, but what can we do? Well, we can make something new. Something new, a new American dream, something we can all achieve and strive for, a dream where we can be comfortable in our own identities, but we can't achieve this alone. We need a strong community. We need to go outside, not fearing what the next person we think of is, or what they're thinking of us. Outside the comfortable four walls of your home and your bedroom, outside the walls that barricade your mind from learning about the people around you and their unique experience living on this earth.
Dr. King tells us the surest way to be happy is to seek happiness for others. We will not feel free until we rediscover this value here in our schools. And it starts with us connecting with each other. Step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your daily routine and your isolation. Step outside of the mental walls and connect. Who has ever
ever felt that they have been judged unfairly? Oh, raise your hand, please. I ask that you keep your hands raised. If you have ever felt like the judgment of others has made you feel less free, raise your hand. I ask that you look around. So many of us feel the same way. We're not alone. So why can't we treat each other accordingly? Treat each other like humans? It might seem so small and so simple compared to the life and work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But he inspires us to build bridges instead of walls, to build a beloved community. And every movement has to start somewhere. You made my day. You came my way.
Here in our school, change will start. We all start to help others feel free.
You heard me every time I prayed. You gave me peace. You gave me grace. You heard my smile upon my face. I feel free when I'm able to be my true self, when I feel safe to share my experiences and not be ridiculed. I feel free when my boundaries are respected, and when people stand up for me and love me, despite my flaws. I feel free when there are gender-neutral bathrooms and inclusive options. I feel free when I make new connections, when I find out I have something in common with a stranger. I feel free when I feel welcome in a space, when people are nice to me, even if I don't know them.
I feel free when people around me aren't afraid to smile and make a connection, when people aren't afraid to be kind to one another.
So who will join us in making a change this year, of taking one more step towards a more welcoming and more connected community? Every day we pass each other in the halls, and for the most part, we ignore the people we don't know. Every day, at the very least, I will say hi and share a smile with someone I don't know. Because connection is the first step in building a community. So let's start there. You brought the If you
All right, let's give them another round of applause. Let's hear this outside of these walls. Show your appreciation. Students from Kent Lake, Kent Ridge, Kent-Meridian, our community member musicians, thank you for joining us today. All of us have a powerful message that we've just heard. Take this message and carry it with you today and this weekend and into next week. I hope you enjoyed your program. When you see any of these students in the hallways in your classes, give them a fist bump for a great job that they did today. You are now dismissed back to third period. Thank you, everybody.